let you roll it, can't let you have it. Unless you was gon' go tell him my name. Tell him it's John, where you got it from. It's to get it done, bitch, you put some respect on my name. Big shout out to these and know they gon' see it. I know they didn't wanna believe me. Talking about me bad behind my back, but they show me love when they see me. Make it look easy. They didn't believe me. Bitch, I was struggling, hustling first of the month again, trying to go earn my little keep. But you was still sleeping, and we on the creeping. You speak it, you know we be practicing what we be preaching. Tweakers and geekers, so woofers and tweeters. I'm inside the speakers, I'm not with the politics, I'm with the people, bitch. Tweakers and geekers, so woofers and tweeters. I'm inside the speakers, I'm not with the politics, I'm with the people, bitch. Camp on the underground king.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
The funny thing is, I've always been, well, not always, but I've been pretty successful with women, at least in my adulthood. But height definitely has significantly increased that. Like, I mean, exponentially. It's increased my confidence. It's increased it's improved the way I think about myself. Like, man, like I'm actually on an entirely different playing field, and it's actually helped me out of a really dark place that I was in. But it's
Okay.
not even it goes way beyond that. Like there's a whole backstory to how I ended up here in the first place.
And that's what I want to get into. So, Mr. Broken Bones, I want to officially welcome you to the show and tell the people a little bit about you and why you actually wanted to get this height surgery done.
So, my real name is Denzel, originally from Chicago, but I've lived all over the place. And I will get straight into the point actually, because that's what we're here for. The reason I got surgery is because I struggled with my self-image. So it had actually nothing to do with women, even though I see all the stuff online about, oh, like gotta be this tall and blah, blah, blah. A lot of times, some of the stuff people say online isn't true. And I learned this from personal experience. People vent their opinions online, but in person, it's a completely different story because I've been with women that said they would only be with a man that's 6 foot. But it goes deeper because I have actually been treated different throughout the course of my life. In school, I was always kind of the running joke. Like even though I was a popular guy in high school, before that I was like the butt of everybody's joke. High school, I kind of came into my looks a little bit more. In high school, like even though I became more of a popular guy, people still crack jokes on my height all the time, man. And obviously I laugh with them, but it would still be like, dang, man, I hate being short. Because I don't care what any man says. I feel like 90% of men know there's more perks to being tall. You get respect more easily. You don't have to earn it as easily. As a short man serving 8 years in the military, I always had to earn my respect every time I went to a new place. Whereas the guys that were more muscular, taller, no one wanted to mess with them. Like I always had to prove myself. And that's seemed to be the condition of my entire life, constantly having to prove myself. And man, women will tell you like all the time, like, oh, I didn't expect this out of you because you're a short guy. Like, oh, you're a shorter guy, so I didn't. If you get where I'm going with that, like
I already know. Listen, I'm one, so I already believe me. I already know.
And I'd be like, man, like the expectation out of being a short guy is so low. Like the expectation of what you can do is so low. Like it's crazy, man. People always get to know me and be like, man, you're a really cool guy. I didn't think that. I'm like, why? And like I just didn't take you for the type. But I would notice that taller people around me were more easily welcomed a lot of the times, you know what I mean?
You know what I got all the time? What I had got all the time was, if you was just at least 3 inches taller. Like they would always give me like, if you're just a few inches taller,
So I've actually gotten that. So the funny thing is I've only been rejected because of my height once, like where it was clearly stated it was because of my height. And I still end up getting with her at some point a couple years later. But I haven't been rejected much in my adulthood, at least in person, because in person I can show a bit more. I have been on dating apps though, and like man, it's always the same thing on dating apps. It's like, I told you, you look short in your pictures. I say my height, and I always added a little bit. I'd be like, I'm 5'5", or I was 5'5". I'd be like, I'm 5'6". No reply.
But, no reply instantly.
Yeah,
dude, that's why I don't even do dating apps at all because I already know. Like I'm not even finna waste my time with that. But I get the
Now,
opposite. I look taller in pictures, and then when people see me, it's always like that
nah,
disappointment almost, you know?
yeah, it was no like I was so short. It was no hiding my height, man. Like it was no hiding it for me. And I will say, like I said, I will be honest. Like I said, I was successful with women, but they, as you said, carried that bit of disappointment with me being short. I was always like, they would crack jokes about my height while they were with me. They didn't like wearing heels with me. I didn't like them wearing heels with me. And it's not even just about women, man. I hated taking pictures. I hated always being the shortest man in the pictures. Like, man, it was just height was something that stuck with me throughout the entirety of my life. And the older I got, the worse the feeling got because I did a lot of volunteer work with children and young men and stuff like that. And it was always towering over me. I'm like, bro, these dudes like 15, 16, 17 towering over me, and I'm a grown man. So it was never a good feeling.
I just think people, they like, we understand when it comes to women wanting to feel beautiful, women wanting to feel feminine, womanly. You know what I mean? That's why they
Yeah.
do the BBLs, the breasts,
Mhm.
the this, or that. But they don't get it. Like with men, we want to feel manly. It don't no man want to be, oh, you're adorable, or
Yeah.
like it's
I
not.
hate being called cute, bro. I was always
Yes,
called cute. I hate it. But like all my friends are tall, bro. All my friends are tall. They didn't get called cute. They got called fine or whatever else. So I'm like, why the fuck I'm the only thing I could really like resonate with it was height. But I'm like, I hate when people call me cute. Cute is for a baby or a child or something. I haven't
yes.
been called cute once since, and I've gone viral like worldwide. And when I say the reaction, the amount of women in my DM are insane. I haven't been called cute once. I get fine as hell, sexy, handsome, all these different things. Like I said before, it was always cute though, always. So it's been a huge transition there. But yeah, like as a man, man, the low. It seems like, and I was talking to someone about this. It seems like the requirements to be a man are insane. But the harder you work to reach those requirements, all of a sudden, oh, you're working too hard for approval and all these other things. Like the standards set to be considered a man are very high, especially in America. Like for people to look at you, oh yeah, that's a real man right there. But it's like the
But
things you do to
but
get
but a
there.
lot of it, I dare say, has gotten worse with social media. Like
Absolutely,
I
absolutely,
definitely remember, like I definitely have always known. Of course, taller men are preferred, and
absolutely.
we got like I'm sure you got short men in your family as well. I got short and tall, but
Nah,
it seemed like they still had a pretty vibrant dating life and sex life. But it seems like after social media, everybody was just like, you got to be 6 feet or nothing. Like it was just
I
dead.
I think that was more of the trend, like because I feel like a lot of people follow other people's thoughts and opinions,
Yes.
and when became social media became such a huge thing, now everybody wants a 6 foot man. But like I said, a lot of people say that online, but I had no problem like necessarily getting with women that would say that.
I feel
So,
you.
like I said, social media is the things people say aren't true, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't still impact you.
Yes. It definitely does. So okay, so before you got the surgery, you were 5'5". How tall are you right now?
Uh, Currently I'm 6 foot,
You are 6 foot.
but yeah, but my posture is not completely straight yet, and
Okay.
I plan on getting because I have scoliosis, so I plan on getting my spine aligned a little bit more properly. So it's a good chance I come out closer to 6'1" or 6'2". We'll see.
Damn. Now you low key
Yes.
maybe want to go get it.
1 second, I'm on the phone. Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to actually pull up your social media. I know you'll be able to see it. And how much did the surgery cost for you?
It is 35,000 euros per surgery. I did it twice, so that comes out 35,000 euros is a little bit just under $40,000 in American dollars. But
You went
there's
overseas?
other fees.
You went
Yeah,
overseas?
whenever fees. I was gonna do it in America, but America could only get me to 510, and 10, and it was more expensive.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So where you go? Turkey, Iran? Where you go?
Turkey.
For people that don't know, Turkey has really good plastic surgery. Like dudes will go over there to get their hairline replaced. Like,
yeah. They are really hot. They are very highly rated in their surgery capabilities in Turkey.
Facts. Okay. Damn. Okay. So when we go to your social media, I see you got Megan James following you. That's what's up.
Man, she reached out to me about doing coming on the podcast, and I told her I would do it, but she never reached back. So I'm waiting on that.
Okay, that'll be dope. Her stuff definitely does numbers. Okay. So this is you walking here. This is what today, right?
That is today.
You look tall for sure. I gotta say that.
Yeah, man, I've never heard that in my life. So it's a good feeling.
Like I can't even cap. Like, and you know one of the concerns I had with it was like, well, damn, how are my arms gonna look if I lengthen my legs? But everything looks actually proportionate on you.
So if you go to the very next picture, that was actually me showing my proportions, because a lot of people are concerned about proportions.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. If I didn't know, I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I really, you low key kind of look like an action figure. Like, if I didn't know, I wouldn't know.
I've been getting that a lot. So right now, the big thing is my current nickname that I've been getting is Black Captain America. Yeah, it's funny, man. But that's the crazy thing. Like, I've always had a good figure. I've always been like an attractive guy in the face. But I still get the like same comments. And like I said, it definitely wasn't from women, but I also understood that being tall would make me more attractive to women as well.
That's just the truth. That's just how it is. So, okay, now I know the first thing people are going to say when they see this is, how long is it going to be before he can walk straight again?
So what you have to understand is I underwent 2 surgeries, first on my upper leg, second on my lower leg. The first surgery, I was a little over 5'9", and then I did a second surgery to be at 6 foot. So one surgery takes about 6 months to a year, but that's the average person. Me, I work out at least 4 hours a day. So this is actually amazing progress, because I just finished maybe 2 months ago. So this is amazing progress for me, but I plan on being like back to normal like by December, because most people who even did one surgery wouldn't even be where I'm at right now at this stage, walking without no support. And on this particular video, I'm walking up and down a hill to show how it looks walking up and down a hill.
So, okay, so like I'm used to lifting weights like 5 to 6 times a week. So it looks like you definitely still lift at least your upper body, of course.
Every day. I work out legs every day, and I do normal like arms, back, chest, like I do my normal arms, back, chest day, stuff like that, but I do legs every day. Damn. I'm unable to squat currently, but other than that, I can do just about any other leg workout, depending on like what range of motion it requires.
Okay. It low key, like if I was looking at you, like let's say I was your neighbor, I would think, damn, he must be an athlete that got hurt and he's rehabilitating himself.
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
So actually, when I'm walking on a flat surface, I can walk much better, to the point where you almost can't really tell unless you're looking too hard that I'm walking a little off.
My bad, man. I don't mean to keep looking at it. I low key want
you good, man.
Too. That's why I'm just impressed. Like, fuck,
bro, it's an interesting process, because man, like if you look at my before and after pictures, looking at them side by side and really taking in what has happened, because I didn't even know this was possible a year ago.
Okay, so is this when you? Okay, wait.
That's when I initially started. It's better ones going down. That one got like effects all over it.
Okay. But this one here.
Yeah, that's a better one.
Okay. Damn, your legs look long as shit.
Yeah, man. And when I say there, I knew there were perks to being tall, but man, life has changed significantly since I've gotten taller.
You just like, even me looking at this, bro, it just looked like an athlete that's in rehabilitation. That's literally what this looks like.
That's pretty much what it is, because the crazy part is, while this is one of the most invasive surgeries there is, it has the possible side effects are so low, and can be, if as long as they're caught in time, if there was any complications, most 90% of them can be handled.
Yes, because that's what people are gonna ask. Are you at more risk of like arthritis, or your legs gonna break apart when you get old? Like, that's what people want to know too.
So the thing is that, and I'm glad you asked me that, most people don't realize that bone actually grows back stronger whenever broken. So this is the same concept. The bone is broken, although it's pulled apart, it grows back much stronger. So it will be stronger than the surrounding bone. So it actually be less likely of becoming brittle. And also, some studies show that it's a possibility of gaining or getting arthritis later on in life. But at the same time, it's like there's many different ways you can get arthritis. And I'm a person obviously that takes very good care of myself. I eat healthy, I work out, like I plan to treasure my body for as long as possible. And I did even before surgery. So I think as long as you take the proper precautions for your body, like that, you significantly lower the likelihood of any of these things happening. And the actual possible things that could happen during the surgery that can be caught, as long as you stop in time or they get caught in time, is there's something called non-union, where the bone takes too long to heal back or doesn't heal back. But as long as you take care of your body, the likelihood of that is very low. And also permanent nerve or muscle damage, and that usually comes from like stretching the bone and muscles too fast.
Gotcha. So overall, I mean, it's very invasive, but for the most part, it's relatively safe.
For the most part, yeah. Like I said, most of the issues that can occur from this surgery, as long as you go to somebody who knows what they're doing, because there are people I've talked to that have done the surgery in other places that weren't as safe, that weren't as. I went to this place because it's the only place in the world that I found that has a rehabilitation center where they are there every single day working with you. I have talked to patients that got the surgery in other places for like $7,000 or like
Ooh,
$10,000, and these guys are just getting back to walking after like 10 months, 8 months. Like, I've been walking since day one. And like I said, I did surgery twice.
damn, bro! I ain't gonna lie, they finna use your ass as a poster child for this. I'm not even gonna count.
So I shared the journey, one, because I don't care what people think of me, and two, man, it was so many men there, so many men who all had the same problem. And when I say this place is always packed, people coming from all around the world, like all over the entire world, Americans, Germans, anything you could think of, just to get this surgery to feel better as a man. And I'm like, all of them had the same feeling. They didn't want anybody to know they got the surgery. They were embarrassed. They just wanted the quality of life to be better. That's all these men wanted.
Yes.
But they were embarrassed for people to know because of the shame that comes with doing things to improve yourself as a man, or body modification or things of that nature. So I decided to be the one to post it because I don't care what people say. And I did this to improve the quality of my life.
And you know what? I can't be mad at you. Honestly, people can talk and say what they want, but at the end of the day, the man is not lying about his quality of life and improvement. Even your energy is different. Like,
so the funny thing is, I've always been a pretty confident person, but you hear I say that, pretty confident. Now my confidence is insane, bro. Like, it's insane. I have no insecurities anymore. That was my only insecurity. And on top of that, like, I didn't even notice till other people started pointing it out when my videos started going viral. They was like, bro, like, you went from not smiling in none of your pictures to now you smile in every single
yes,
picture.
yes.
And it's crazy
That's what
because
I noticed too.
I hadn't even noticed that.
You went from generally, you posing into like you happy as shit.
Bro, and it's so crazy. I never knew that this level of happiness existed. And but it does, man. Like, it I could say I'm truly happy. Like I said, I have no insecurities. I don't care what anybody says. Just going through life, and I'm just doing what's best for me. And is going through the surgery, and all the backlash I've gotten from it has also encouraged me to just live life the way I want to do it. So I've reached a point where, man, like no matter what it is I want to do, I'm gonna do it because look how I have this one risk, this one thing I decided to do affecting my entire life.
Now, let me ask you this: are you in any pain? Do you take medication? Like, what is that like?
So surgery itself and the 3 months of rehabilitation are pretty painful because you have devices attached to your legs, which you can see in some of my posts. But once those come off, you're a bit sore after, and the muscle is weak until you regain that muscle strength. But man, it's been 2 months for me. I had no pain, maybe like a week or two after getting the device removed, and I've been good ever since. And like I said, I did surgery twice, so I went through the process twice, and each time it took about a week or two for the pain to go away. Now, like it's just recovery and muscle strength, but I have no pain.
Damn. Now, will you be able to go back to swimming, squatting? Like, will you?
So what a lot of people don't realize, and people are saying like I'll never walk again. This surgery has been around for a while. People just didn't know about it. They used to
That's
use
true.
it on World War II vets and or like that had issues. They also used it on people who have leg length discrepancies. It like just became more of a cosmetic thing more recent years. You know what I mean? But it's still not brand new, even as a cosmetic surgery. So it's been a while around for a while. And the center that I went to, I haven't seen one person not recover yet. Well, I've seen one, but I don't know them. And all I know is some random person messaging me on social media saying like, oh, they had all these complications, don't support this company. And they did that after I went viral. So to this day, they have no pictures on their social media, nothing. I don't know if it's another company, I don't know what it is, but I have yet to see an unsuccessful surgery. And it's like to make note, the owner of the company underwent the surgery 3 times. So he went from 5'1" to 5'10. And this man is boxing, this man is like sprinting, like this man can move perfectly fine.
How much? How much this cost again? You said 70.
So 35,000 euros, which is like $40,000 in USD.
Okay. Was that for both or just one surgery?
Per surgery. So together for me, it's like 80,000.
80,000. Okay.
But like I said, man, 5'1" to 5'10", that's this man, like same thing for
That's
him.
life
His
changing,
entire
bro.
person, bro, this man went from like who he was to a multimillionaire. Like he loves it. Like this man, bro, he took it and ran with it because he did the surgery himself first. And when he realized how much it changed his life, he opened up an entire rehabilitation center.
I ain't mad at it. Listen, if I could go from 5'6" to 6 feet, well, I already told everybody if I do it, I'm getting a whole new set of friends. I don't know. I don't know none of you niggas. Like
Man, look, that's kind of where I'm at in life. That's kind of exactly where I'm at. Like anybody that wasn't rocking with me or checking up on me as I was going through this process, because not, man, when I say my messages are flooded, people I knew, people I didn't know. I got people, oh, I remember you from school. You look so good. I always had a crush on you, was just scared. Oh, now you're not scared to say
oh, now
something.
you're not
Like, you feel
scared
what I'm
now.
saying?
You're
You
right.
feel so I've definitely like cut ties with majority of people who just were no good for my life. Because like I said, the way I feel about life now, man, I'm taking it as heavy as I can. And I hate to say it, but this process has changed my life and the way I think and the way I see life in a way that I never imagined it would. I just wanted to be taller, but I never knew it would affect me like this.
I gotta give it to you, man. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Talking, see that, and this is why you gotta talk to people too. And I'm glad you agreed to do the interview, because if you just listen to what people say on social media, you would definitely have the wrong idea. But this was really about you doing this for you. This is no different than a woman that gets body surgery for herself.
Like I said, man, I always knew I was an attractive guy, but I just was not happy with my overall appearance. Like I just wasn't happy. I hated the way I looked in certain clothes. I hated wearing I love suits, but I hated wearing suits because the pants always look weird on me. And it
Oh,
was
the
like,
arm length always looks weird, and you have to
yeah,
get this
like
adjusted and that adjust.
I
Yep,
hated it, man.
yep.
Like even like so a lot of men don't realize, or a lot of people don't realize that they don't make clothes that are geared towards short men. So
They
anytime I
don't.
get pants, I gotta roll them up a couple times. I
Yep.
really like a pair of pants, but you know, they'll be all like one, I gotta roll them up and they'll be all scrunched up in the middle because they're too long.
Yep.
Now, when I say clothes fit me perfect, like when you was looking at my pit, like clothes fit me perfect, pants fit me perfect.
You could go and get shit off the rack now. See, they don't even think about that. It's actually, as far as buying clothes and being stylish, it's expensive when you're short because then you got to get stuff tailored. And,
Yeah, like
and
man,
don't be short and fat. You're done.
bro, I hated it because I like to dress a certain way, and I hated it because my clothes wouldn't look the way I wanted them to.
Yep.
Like my upper half was always cool, like clothes look great, but that bottom half, man. And actually, I can't even say that. I had to put on like I had to get muscular to fit my clothes better because when I was skinny, man, clothes didn't fit. Like shirts didn't fit. I'll get a small men's, didn't fit. Sometimes I even before I started putting on a lot more weight, I even had to resort to wearing like kids extra large. Do you know how it feels for a man to go in the kids section and buy something? Bro, it's not something that feels good at all, bro.
It's not. It's not. Oh, you're here for your kid. Yep. I'm here. Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Damn.
But
Well,
now,
man.
bro,
Well, man. Listen. Tell the people where they can follow you. And continue to follow your journey because I'll definitely be watching myself.
absolutely. So both on TikTok and Instagram, I have my account as Mr. Broken Bones, with a Z at all one word, Mr. Broken Bones, with a Z instead of a S at the end. And also, I'll be making my YouTube pretty soon just to show people the entire process because it's a lot, it's a bit longer than you think. It's not just like I said, the surgery is 3 months. It's not just a 3 month process though.
Right. You got to be
Yeah,
dedicated.
yeah.
I'm trying to think if I had any final questions. So, okay, so let's say I got it done. How long would I need to? I go over to Turkey, I get it done. How long would I need to stay there? Like 3 months, 4 months?
The thing is, they have two different methods, and one is a lot safer for you to come home. You can come home whenever you want. Like you don't have to stay. They actually have a cheaper option if you choose not to stay, but the other option is a 90-day package. But the typical stay is 90 days, and you can go home after, or you can go home whenever you want. But it's not recommended, and it's not safe at all. I will be honest. I wanted to go straight home until I got surgery, and then I decided to stay because I realized how actually dangerous it will be.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I can do my job for me. I'm planning this shit like I'm really finna book this shit, but it's just it's tempting because it's like I
Man,
know way more men do it than what we know.
at absolutely, I won't even get into that. Way more men, and it's men you wouldn't expect. It's successful, like it's the rich, successful, powerful, like men you would not expect, bro. Like the people that I met there, it was dope. And it was normal people too, like normal people. A lot of women do it. Like you will be surprised. And I asked the women why they do it. Most of them told me the same thing. They didn't like being short. It was women that was like 4'11" maybe, and most of them said the same thing. They really like the way that they look in heels, so
Yeah,
they did it. Like
absolutely. I mean, models are a thing for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So
a
women
lot of
like
them
to be
said,
tall too.
yep, a lot of them said that they want a model. They said apparently I didn't know that there was a height requirement to be a model, but they
Yeah,
told me that these women would tell me there's height. Like most places have height requirements to be a model, and just like the men, there's women from all over the world, America, like everywhere.
damn. Okay. Now
And
look,
I
no,
guarantee if they posted their story, man, nobody is saying that. The only thing people would probably say is, women don't need it. Like you look good how you are. That would be the reaction.
true, true, true. Because my thing is like, okay, I know what I want to do with my life now. I got that, got a little bit of clout. That's only gonna get bigger. The money will of course get better for me, but it's like if you had the height too, it would be like it's like that missing
Bro,
piece of the puzzle.
so I had all of that too. Well, the clout only like where I was living, like to extent. But like, so it's funny, the height actually brought me way more clout than I ever could imagine. And yeah, bro, it just ties everything together. I finally feel like I'm like in my prime, honestly. It's like you can't tell me nothing.
What do you have to say for the people that say, what about when he has kids? What do you say to those people?
One, I don't plan on having kids. I have a daughter. I don't plan on having any more kids. Two, so what? Like if I have a son that wants to do it, I'll do it. Why not? I'll explain it. Like if I ever get married, I don't plan on it. If I ever get married, my wife will know I did surgery. I'll be very open with her. As my son gets older, I'll let him know. And just because I'm short or was short doesn't mean that he'll be short. Because what people don't realize is, for some weird reason, a lot of times the women's height will affect the boy and the men's height will affect the girl as a father. Like, yeah, it's weird. I don't know why that's the case, but I learned that while I was in medical school. But yeah, man. And my dad was tall. My dad is a little over 6 foot. All the men on my dad's side of the family are tall, except for like a few, and I just so happen to be one of them.
Oh wow! So people got to understand, even for you, you don't want to be the runt of the family either.
Man, and I was all at every family function. And then when the men on my side of the family saw me after surgery, and now I was like one of the taller ones because they mostly float around like 5'10", 5'11". So they float around 5'10", 5'11". There are a few that are over 6 foot, but like now I was one of the tall ones. They was like they couldn't even say anything. They was like, we're so used to you being the midget of the family, and people you literally use the word midget. I'm like, but 5'5" isn't a midget, but people call me midget all the time. But yeah, man.
That's yeah. I support this man in his surgery. Damn it, I'm not mad at it. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not mad.
Man, I'm very, like I said, it's changed the entire quality of my life, and that was the goal.
Damn. Damn, I've never had an interview that I've never interviewed a person that I really relate to. So now I'm interviewing you for the people, but kind of for myself too.
I definitely, like I said, I keep up with a lot of the men that did surgery. They're very happy. Like even their dating life has changed. I personally don't think I think height makes you like does help with women, but I don't think you need it. I know you don't need it. I know it's based more off confidence and the way you make them feel. But like a lot of these men struggle with women, and like now their dating life has improved. They even One guy was telling me the other day, he was like, man, like my whole Tinder profile is insane now. Like girls love me on Tinder. And he's like, the only thing that changed is I changed my height and took better pictures. But also, I think it has a lot to do with their confidence increasing too. I don't think it's just like, oh, they're taller now. I think their confidence has increased with height.
True, because you got to get in there. I think height helps you get in the door, but you definitely got to have the personality to stay in there.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah. Damn. All right. Well, Mr. Broken Bones, I want to thank you for coming on. Like I said, I'll continue to follow your journey. Reach out to Megan again too, because that would be a dope look for you as well.
I'm about to message her today. I've been on some. They haven't aired it yet. They're holding it for this month actually. I've been on some pretty amazing shows though. Like I've done some amazing interviews with some amazing people.
Good. Keep going. I could even see you doing like NBC. Like we need national coverage on this shit.
So the funny thing is, like I said, I've been on some pretty big ones. I'm actually viral and popular worldwide, like in Brazil and Turkey and Germany and Europe and London, like all over. And you will be surprised. And I know you trying to wrap it up. I'm just last thing. But man, the men are from all over the world that like contacting me like, thank you, bro. You changed. Watching your journey has changed my life. And it's crazy to think that men from all over the world have the same problem we have, man. Like same complication. Like we all just trying to figure life out. That's all it is.
True.
But this isn't just the American thing. This is worldwide. Like,
damn. All right, man. I want to thank you for your time. I'm ready to get this interview up. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm glad you had me.
Absolutely, man. And once it's up, I'll tag you. I'll let you know.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Take it easy now.
All right. Take care.
All right, now. Hey, listen, y'all can feel how you feel. You can have whatever opinion that you want to about Denzel, but you listen, looking at the pictures, he does look more confident. He does look good. You can't even lie. I can't lie. I can't lie. Where my damn GoFundMe? Let me go start funding this shit.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.